stabilizes the numbering, it stores the formatting, and it links all 9 levels so that they play well together. So heading 1 knows that heading 2 should follow, which is then followed by heading 3, and so on. When you apply outline levels out of sequence, like applying level 2 or heading 2 before you apply heading 1, that's one of the things that can cause numbering issues. Like I said, Word provides styles heading 1 through 9, but again, these styles are not connected, and their format is not legal friendly out of the box. Like half of the headings are aqua blue, and we seldom get that fancy. The list style is also configured with a restart flag. So in this screenshot, if you look at level 4, it goes from A to B, and it would go all the way through ZZ and beyond that until the preceding level, in this example, level 3, is reapplied. Then level 4 will restart based on the restart flag. So the trigger for restarting is the previous level. All right, if we don't have any questions, we're going to get started with the exercise. Is there anything in chat I need to talk about, Stacy?
Not at the moment.
Awesome. Okay, if you're going to follow along, go ahead and open up exercise file 1, label outline numbering. And I'm just going to go ahead and open up mine. So this is what that file looks like. The pretty blue that comes default with Word's heading styles. So I recommend that you link Word's heading styles to your outlines if you have to create one. But even before you do that, you should first customize whatever paragraph style that will be linked. As you know from Styles 101, the paragraph styles control the alignment, the spacing, and the indents and all of that. This will impact the text that follows the numbers in your outline. So it's best practice to configure all 9 paragraph styles that you intend to link to the list so that it reflects whatever formatting you want for each level. This exercise file already has 9 random paragraphs, and they all have the heading styles applied to each level. So this first one is heading 1, the second's heading 2, heading 3, and so on. So we're going to jump right into formatting the paragraphs. Now, for the sake of time, we're only going to format the first paragraph, and we're going to apply direct formatting. So you're going to select that paragraph, and I'm going to apply bold, Control B, and then I'm going to make it all caps. There's a Shift plus the F3 key, which will cycle through the various cases. And then this font is too big. We don't usually have font size at 20. So I'm going to pare this down to 14. And I'm using a keyboard shortcut, Control, and then the left bracket to make it smaller to 14. So I'm just going to put those keyboard shortcuts up on the screen real quick. So this is the one I use to resize the font. All right. So the next step is we're going to update the applied style. So I just applied direct formatting to this. I'm going to update the style by right-clicking it in the Styles gallery. You can also open up the Styles pane over here to the right. Either way, you'll right-click the style and modify. So from here, I'm going to update a couple of things. One is the style for the following paragraph. I'm going to change that to make that heading 1, and we'll talk about why I do that in a second. I'm also going to all caps the font because it didn't pick that up, and click OK. The next step is what I meant to do first, which is right-clicking this and then updating heading 1 to match. So there we go. So it picks up everything else except for the all caps when you right-click and update to match the selection. Okay, so the style for the following paragraph, I recommend that you change that to be the same style so that, and I'm just going to show you on heading 2, so that when you press return, you don't get normal in this case. When you press return, you would instead get the same style. That way, that is what advances your number. Now, in the real world, you would have to repeat everything we just did for all 9 levels, but we're saving time here. So the next step is to create the list style. So on your home ribbon in the paragraph group, you're going to go to the third icon from the left, and that's your multi-level list icon, and you'll click that drop down. And in order to create a new list style, you want to choose Define New List Style. Here you get that dialog to define the list style, and you're just going to give it a name. I'm just going to call mine JLN Headings. And then you're going to drop all the way to the bottom at Format, click that. And then we're going to go to Numbering. So this is the Modify Multi-Level List dialog, and we need to see more stuff. So I'm going to click More down here left at the bottom. And this is where we link each heading level or each outline level to a heading style. So we start with 1, and then we go over to Link Level to Style over here on the right and choose the heading 1 style. And we're going to do that for each level. So level 2 gets linked with heading 2. Level 3 gets linked with heading 3. And you might be saying, Janine, I ain't doing all that. I'm trying to eat lunch. And that's okay. I'll carry on for all of us. I haven't found a shortcut to do this. If anyone knows of one, go ahead and put it in chat. Outside of having a third-party app to do all of this work for you, I don't think there's a way. So I'm just going through and getting all of them, and we'll do heading 7 and then heading 8. And finally, we are at heading 9. Whew. And you'll notice in the preview that it shows you what style each level is linked to. So I'm just going to pop back up to 1, and then we're going to start formatting the number, because that's what this dialog is all about. So in this first field, this is where you can add a period after the number, for example, or if you wanted to add text before, you can do that. Whatever you add here is going to turn into a field code when you generate the outline, when you finish saving it. Over to the right of that field is where you can format the font or the number. And actually, I want to make this bold and make this the same size as my text. And I'll cap it. Now remember that the paragraph style that we linked is going to bring in the formatting for the paragraph. All we're doing here is setting up the number. To the right of that is where you tell it what number to start with. In this case, it's going to be number 1. Here below the formatting for the number is the number style. So is it going to be an Arabic number? Is it Roman numerals, Romanettes, or alpha characters? Below that, you have the position. So the number alignment, is it left aligned or centered or right? And then you have the relationship of the number to the left margin. In this case, is going to go right up against the left margin at the 0 position. Then you can set the text indent. I'm going to set that at 0.5. And then finally, we have a shortcut. So you can set the indents for all levels. So I'm just going to change this to 0.5 here and click OK. And that takes care of the rest of those levels. Then you have the follow number with. You have a tab character you can use, or space, or nothing. If you choose tab character, you can also set a tab stop. And I'll set this at 1.25. Then I'm going to OK my way out. And voila, there you go. So we got some work to do on this first level, but we'll talk about that in a second. A benefit to adding the paragraphs and
For more videos like this, subscribe to the Savvy YouTube channel today. And if you need a complete library of training content written specifically for the legal industry, consider the Savvy Smart Content Library. Visit savvytraining.com for more information.